Go ahead.
Yeah. Anything that you use that's an energy carrier. That's whether it's a stone or whether it's a dagger or a necklace or a ring or crown, whatever.
Yeah.
When you first get it to cleanse it, you should automatically have you like a table set out with like rock salt.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You sit the item on the salt, right? And then you put it where both the sun and the moon can hit it. And you leave it there until you feel like it's okay to move it. Because you will sense it as it's cleansing.
Uh-huh.
Every time you walk past, it'll be like you walking past a quiet washer,
Uh-huh.
right? You can lay the packs of hair out like that, right?
That
You
makes sense.
can expose them to green light. The green light is the frequency of love, which neutralizes none of the negative energy can stay under the green light.
Mm-hmm.
It has to flee. It's like the Moors say, when the truth on the manifest, falsehood flee,
Mm-hmm. Right.
right? So when you understand that you're using anything of somebody else's energy, you should automatically have a protocol of energy cleansing as part of your natural lifestyle.
Right. Fire.
But we was took that was taken from us with our voodoo culture,
Mm.
or what they call voodoo culture. That was our natural sciences, where Big Mama used to always teach all of the kids how to cleanse the gifts given to them so people can't use magic on them.
Yeah. That happened down south a lot, Louisiana.
Yeah. Every they got salt pails at all of the old farms. It used to be a salt pail. They're gonna bury something in that salt pail to cleanse it. But you want to expose it to the sunlight and the moonlight because you want to charge it with both energies. If it's gold, especially the sunlight. If it's silver, especially the moonlight, because it's deriving from source power, right? So you got to know the science and the magic that come with the color of the light. Because you allowed to use replicas when the original can't be found to use, a suitable replacement is in the nearest facsimile of the actual thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're using your energy cleansing, you don't have to have the actual sun. You can use a light bulb that glows yellow,
That
right?
makes
If you need to use the red energy of Mars, you can use the red light when you charging war implements for power. So it's like having a where the barbers clean their clippers with the blue light
Mm-hmm.
and the purple light,
Mm-hmm.
right? You could change the color of the bulb in order to change the frequency that you charging something with. But the salt gonna ground it out, right? So you leave it on the salt, and then you charge it up with the element that is most powerful. Is, depending on what it is. But if it's like stones, you use the sun and the moon to charge,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right?
Now, can you
But
use can they use element? Because I noticed that like in the class they used to teach us that when you combine that with an element like water, fire, or earth, like dirt, right? Connected with the
mhm,
dirt. So, what, like, is that good to add like another power? Because I used to charge my crystals with the sunlight and the ground, with the dirt, earth, and the sunlight and water.
you can do that. You can use water too,
Uh huh.
right? Sometimes you can put stones in water and sit them out in the sun,
Used to do that.
and the water is going to take a couple drops of it and freeze it. The water going to tell you what the energy is, Wait a couple of days, freeze it again, and you'll see the change in the energy by the form the water takes.
Yeah, I seen that before. I seen that before. Now this next question is says all right, that's another one. It says now somebody said something about like rocking hats. I like do you think like because I know a lot of guys that rocked a lot of hats when they was like in their mid age. They got bald spots in the middle now. Like my brother, he rocked a lot of hats. Like me, I rock the kufi a lot, but I really have I go outside and let the sun hit that part of my head. Why you think it could be a trait too that when people go bald right there in the like at like early age they go bald. But do you think that's from wearing a lot of hats? I know guys that wear a lot of hats, they get bald right there in the middle.
Bald spot in the middle is a mother line, mother to son trait. It's passed on the mitochondria. They, they probably have a past life habit of wearing hats most of their life to cover their bald spot. So when they incarnate in this life, when they're young, they just naturally drawn to wearing the hat. But they still had to have the trait in order to lose the hair. Because you have some of them that might come in with the memory but don't got the trait, and they still wear hats and got all their hair.
Yeah, I've seen it too. Cause I wear a lot of hats, like, but I wear kufis a lot though. So, dates on what's happening this week. Cause I got it written down. Now, somebody told me that, and I'm still looking for this interview. Well, Trump said that he was the last president. Not that he was the last president. That he hasn't stopped being the president since, like you've been saying, since the first time he became when he was president.
That was the speech he did when they called all of the generals together.
Okay, all right. Okay,
he
go
said
ahead.
The 45th, the 46th, and the 47th.
Okay.
President.
Yeah. Okay. So he came out and said it because somebody said you need to go live on that. Trump just came out and said that he was still the president during Biden's administration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we was that deep in war, we can't change the president anyway. And then they also used it to do a sting operation, so they can't escape. They can't say they didn't do it.
Yeah, we got you.
Right. So you let them run their scam, and then you strategize from the background for 4 years with your military top brass.
Smooth.
It's all military strategy 101. Sometimes you have to let your enemy advance in order to seize them and capture them. Right? You got to catch him in the act. It's better to catch him in the act than catching him after the fact. Because the case is stronger catching him in the act, going through with the act, than it is if you discover after the fact. Now you have to put too many pieces together. But when you know what you're looking for and then it shows up, you got to record it. And that's why they told us it was and where he was going to be operating from already, because somebody had to set it up. So while they was setting it up, they was recording what they was saying was being done and following the people that they was asking to do it and surveilling them and cataloging whether they participated fully or whether they abandoned, because some people aborted some of the missions they were sent on, like the hit they put on Ali Carter when they drove down the streets of New Orleans. The Manchurian candidate gave them a no answer. He wasn't going to do it. Right? So they have some people whose conscience is waking up and they can't activate them to do the dirt. Right. So when you seen all of that stuff playing out, you didn't know what you was looking at. But they was monitoring them the whole time. They had a war room observation of all of the major election sites where they observed people putting multiple ballots in the ballot box. They video recorded them doing it.
That's
They
right.
released some of the videos, but they got hundreds of them.
Yeah, I seen something like that.
Right? As a coup attempt. The coup attempt, because most people don't know, if a foreign born person is elected into the office of the president of the United States, that is considered a foreign takeover. And it voids all of your constitutional government. Because now you have to activate your military government because you've been infiltrated and your highest level of security has been breached by a traitor, by an asset of a foreign government. And when that happens, you have to figure out a way to catch everybody involved in that kind of event because it's not supposed to happen under the constitutional government if everybody is doing the job they're supposed to be doing. This is why during the Obama administration, Trump kept asking for about his birth certificate. And then nobody paid attention to the FBI analysis explaining how the whole birth certificate is fraud, but they put it in the public domain way back then.
Yeah, 3 layers to it.
Right? So now the birth certificate of fraud, he's on video saying he was born in Kenya. Whether he was born in Kenya or not, I don't know. Right? But he also recorded as being born in the Philippines. But that's his CIA cutout through Lolo Sotoro.
Yeah.
Right? So while they're giving him his CIA cutout, his point of origin is Boys from Brazil cloning program of Akhenaten.
Right, we see this.
Right? So they trying to usurp leadership by inserting somebody to overthrow the government. This was called the Bush Plot, commonly referred to as the Garden Plot. And he was the gardener. The old man Bush was the gardener. He makes him the highest ranked member of Illuminati over here. He was the one who was supposed to create the American Union and bring out the Amero. But he got caught and he had to shift his agenda and try to do it a different way. And so his little protege, William Jefferson Clinton, and his little brothel slut, Hillary, was the first line of defense. He had to use the Democrats.
Right.
Right? Now remember, it was under the old man Bush, the first World Trade Center situation happened. And while we was singing songs talking about blow up like the World Trade, right? Then under the Clintons, it was the Federal Building. Then under the second George Bush, it was the same Twin Towers.
Right.
Right? That's called 3 knocks to a finish. His next thing is he got to get a CIA asset that was under his direct control into the position to be his coup de grace in seizing the power. So they put Barack up to it.
That's right. His whole family CIA.
Right. So when they put Barack up to it, he's beholden to the old man Bush, the same as Clinton's, the same as George W. and Jeb Bush.
And Reagan a little bit. He wiggled Reagan.
He took the power through Reagan. Remember, he was never supposed to be a politician. He was the director of the CIA.
Right?
Right? Then all of a sudden, because the original running mate for Reagan was supposed to have been the governor of Michigan at the time. I think it was Monahan, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh-huh.
But at the Republican convention, George W. came out there, and Ronald Reagan didn't know George was going to be his running mate until about an hour before it was announced. But the whole Republican Party knew. See, Ronald Reagan got us a very special history that we don't talk about, too. Remember, he was the governor of California for years.
Yeah.
And as the governor of California, he had some dealings and experiences that he needed to get to the seat of the president to have the clout to expose, which was detrimental to the CIA. Governors of border states have far superior powers to secure borders from the military than interstate governors. This is how Schwarzenegger was able to sign off on freezing Tookie, because he had access directly to military channels that could perform it without having to tell the president. Right. So he signed off on it. So we see a lot of stuff going on that part of the culture, but because we don't remember the culture, we don't recognize what we see.
Hey, this is my last question that we could get up out of here, bro. Now, we've been having the Manchurian candidate. They had like 6-7 different shootings in 1 week prior to last week. But the main incident that I wanted to ask you about, and it's because it's still continuing. I don't know if they even caught the guy yet. In Houston, black women every week or every 2 or 3 days or so, a black woman is found dead in a bayou in Houston. So I guess
that's serial killer. That's an active serial killer down there.
So you heard about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, yeah. So what's your take on that, man? Like,
it's an active serial killer.
Is that Manchurian? You think connection?
No, he's the serial killer. He was wired that way by his mama not teaching him certain stuff.
Wow, that's crazy.
She gave him too much affection, and there was no disciplinarian that was capable of issuing discipline. He's ruined.
Wow.
His humanity has been cut out by too much love and not enough discipline.
With all the FBI stuff they got, they ain't caught that guy yet, though. You know, with all the FBI.
The serial killer is one of the hardest people for agencies to catch because of the intelligence level that normally accompany them. They normally are genius level people, but they have they all have a common upbringing. Right? Serial rapists too. And it all stems with the relationship with their mother, whether she was overly protective of the son and allowed him to get away with stuff she should have corrected or not. Women make serial killers by accident. And out of trying to be more loving parents than disciplinarians. And the balance being off create the imbalanced personality type. And normally there's the underlying sexual trauma associated with the catalyst of the first kill, which sends them on the frenzy.
Sounds like it. Sound like it. I like watching them little shows. Hey, y'all, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, y'all. Like I said, you want to show Chief some love. If you in here, because a lot of people are just not coming in. They coming. We about to get ready to get out. We've been on about 2 hours or something. Y'all just not coming in. You gonna have to rewind it, y'all. We gonna be
One more
back.
thing. You know they just had a big explosion out in California.
What? How long? Let me write that down.
Yeah. But the name of the place is significant. The time of the explosion is significant. The fact that it's video recorded by a news station while it was happening on just a random news station camera is significant.
Look into it. I'm gonna look into all it tonight when I get off.
Right. So we got that going on. The serial killer in Houston.
Yeah.
He got 2 weeks before they catch him.
So you think they're gonna catch him in less than 2 weeks from now?
I think it's gonna be about 2 weeks.
Yeah, because the feds on him now. The feds is in on this now since there's so many
It's
bodies.
a serial killer. They've been called in the profilers.
Yeah. The
And
profilers.
if the profilers is worth half their weight in shit, they'll be able to put his profile together in a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Right? And they're gonna always find the common denominator. It's all gonna tie back to the first body. The body that's been decomposing the longest is the one they're gonna focus on because the first kill is the catalyst for all the rest of them.
Uh-huh.
And it's gonna be the one that's gonna yield the most evidence about the killer. And it's through that one is how they gonna catch him. And it's not gonna once they get the profile together, they'll have his name within about 72 hours. But they're gonna take them about 6 or 7 days to nail down his location because he's gonna be somewhat nomadic around the area, like a drifter type. They already know all this though.
Yeah.
So he got about 2 weeks to operate before they catch his ass. They might even catch him in the act, dumping the body.
Yeah, that's how good these people are getting. Yeah, so that's pretty much all besides the